Welcome back, everybody, to the final day of Redacted Conference here in Bangkok, Thailand. We've met with tons of different people building on NEAR Protocol, and no different than here with our new guests. We would love to introduce you to Metapool and DACM. And let's start with our friend here on the right. Do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself to the world?
Yeah, for sure. I'm Alan. I'm basically on the NEAR ecosystem since 3 years and a half. We launched Metapool 3 years ago. We are really excited to share all the achievements that we have done with liquid staking on NEAR and Aurora. I'm happy to be sharing right now what we are doing on the Enterprise Node Operators program.
Fantastic.
Cool. Hey guys, I'm George and have Aaron with me from DACM.
Hey guys.
We're a crypto-only asset manager founded in 2017. Have been getting interested in the NEAR ecosystem and spending a lot more time here.
Okay, I love it. How does Metapool and DACM, how did this partnership happen?
Well, I think that we need to talk about the support that we provide to the validators, and I mean the validators are the ones securing all the transactions inside of the NEAR network. So this implies that we need to find the best teams and the best machines and people to be running all of these validators. We launched the Enterprise Node Operators program with the idea of have this enterprise level of organizations inside of NEAR, and that's why DACM was accepted as participants to be part of this. So that's right now we are giving support to them to be validators inside of the network, and they are giving support inside of the NEAR ecosystem by participating in the program.
Fantastic. And how do you guys take a part in both of that?
It's a good question. I think maybe I'll start by explaining how DACM kind of works. So like I said before, founded in 2017 to be a crypto-only asset manager. So we're running 3 strategies, running a liquid long-only fund, running a venture fund, and a market-neutral fund. But additional to those strategies, we're also running all of our own infrastructure. And recently we moved that to a bare metal facility in Sydney, so getting off the cloud, which is pretty cool. And so the way Aaron and I, we're on the research and investments team here, but we have our own dedicated infrastructure team that do the day-to-day on the node.
But it's your guys' job to find the next great thing.
Ideally, yeah.
You think
So
you found that kind of recently?
the infrastructure piece helps trying to do that, right? So for us, it's like you talk to the founders, you talk to the team. That's like the CEO earnings call kind of impression of like a project, but then running the infrastructure is like the factory floor look, right? Like it's a differentiated kind of view that feeds into our research process.
I'd be fascinated to know too, what is just a green flag for you guys for these crypto projects, especially as a fund that's a crypto only fund? I mean, there's got to be a couple, but I'm sure what's something that kind of stands out for you guys?
I think at the venture stage, it's a kind of a people business. You really want to be around strong people, strong leaders, good teams. From an infrastructure perspective, the feedback we get from our guys is it's very community driven. It's very it's very friendly. It's very if someone runs into a bug, they get support from the community. Some protocols are maybe more hostile than others to new validators, and we've heard good things about NEAR. So yeah, those are definitely some green flags. I don't know if you have any you want to add.
Yeah, community of and culture of openness and transparency. On the validator and infrastructure side, we think we run infrastructure across 15 different networks. And there's a big spectrum of quality there, and NEAR is definitely more on the positive side of the spectrum. As George said, that's the feedback we get from our infra team.
Nice. Maybe it would be pertinent to kind of explain Metapool to someone who has never heard of Metapool before, or is there a basic 30-second explanation about?
Yeah, we do liquid staking. Liquid staking, we explain it like a way to start supporting the security of the network by doing staking, but at the same time to liberate all the value that is locked on all of these proof of staking networks. And we started on NEAR. That's the point. So if the people that is doing liquid staking with us is earning rewards that are produced by providing security to the NEAR protocols network. That's basically the short version of our list.
And I had been talking to someone on your team about Metapool, And you guys do like kind of incentivize people to participate in a DAO
Mhm.
that then votes, on all these proposals that happen as well too. Like, are you guys a part of that DAO as well, or do you have the opportunity to be?
I think we would have the opportunity to be. We're pretty active from a governance perspective. We like to use the tokens that we own. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, we would love to do that kind of stuff.
I mean, it's like really refreshing, by the way, like to have like firms and investment funds that like understand this environment. Like it just, we weren't seeing this really like a year ago. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we try and bill ourselves as pretty crypto native guys.
Yeah.
We try and do stuff on chain when we can.
do you feel like that's kind of where you came from first, is the crypto side?
Yeah, it's an interesting question. I think like Aaron and I and like our founder Richard Galvin, like and a lot of the team do have that like traditional finance background. But yeah, like try and like take that base plate and apply that to crypto, like and just try and get in the weeds and do things in a crypto native way.
I mean, like in basic like TradFi, like what do you think is that like small thing that's missing for people to just really understand like the value of the whole crypto market? I mean, you guys are out here headhunting the next great projects, but not a lot of people are yet.
I think you'd be surprised. I think people are coming in. I think the market's
They're just secretly.
it's getting much more, it's getting more sophisticated than you'd probably think. Is the read we get. Like there's definitely a lot of talent coming into the space from traditional finance, which is good.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have a lot of talent to choose from, I think. I feel like it's got to be maybe a little bit more difficult to kind of narrow it down to what you would fund. I feel
Yeah,
like the pool's got to be pretty big.
yeah. There are a lot of good projects out there, and they're competitive, and yeah, it can sometimes be difficult.
Well, and I think when it comes to NEAR, with all the AI agents, you have a lot of people now who have their ideas that maybe they don't come from like a tech heavy background, or they don't have a tech founder, that are able to kind of get through these processes and these phases of funding for the first time. How many projects are you guys working with right now that are on NEAR or based within NEAR?
Yeah, the NEAR ecosystem is one that we are like sort of growing into through the ENO as well. Like we've been able to make a lot of like inroads with people at the foundation and people in the ecosystem. So we've done talked to a lot of projects that are building here. We recently funded one. I'm not really sure what we can and can't say.
Yeah.
It was literally last week, but that's something like we love to see. We'd love to see more of. I think you're right. It's an interesting time.
Well, I hate to treat you like a dictionary, and I'm so sorry, but I feel like you'd probably be the best person to explain ENO to people as well.
To explain the program, well, yeah, the Enterprise No Operators program was a program that we started at the end of 2023. Just on that, do you want to explain
I feel like maybe for people to just have like a basic understanding.
of the ends?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically when somebody is willing to have presence inside of the NEAR ecosystem, we offer to them to participate through the Enterprise Operators program. So at the first step, it's providing security to the network by setting up a validator and receiving delegation from our side so they can start processing transactions. But also part of the program is that they need to give support in community side, on marketing side, and also in the financial side for the ecosystem. I think that's why connecting with venture capital, hedge funds, and other big organizations in the Web3 industry becomes relevant, because people now can look what is happening inside of NEAR. It's like we're making this bridge through this participation on the end. They can look what is happening on NEAR, and on NEAR we can also show what is available right now. I mean, many people can look like from far what is happening on artificial intelligence and blockchain and what is being announced, but they are always like asking, how can I become part of this ecosystem? So there is where the Enterprise No Operators program becomes relevant. Additional to that, I know that many funds and many organizations are like trying to look how to participate. Like they don't have clear if they should just buy tokens. That is something that many people do, but the next step is how to go deeper on that, how you can start developing infrastructure, how can you start supporting the infrastructure, how can you be part of the events that are happening and spreading the word. So that's why this program becomes like really attractive for people. Like you can build as a participant of the program or your skills or your capacity in order to support the new ecosystem, And at the same time, the NEAR ecosystem put this opportunity on the table so they can be part of all of what we are doing on here. So that's
Nice.
there are like many things on the middle that happens that once that we make this collaboration, and we're really excited to see that this is being possible.
Fantastic. And I think like when you guys bring on a project, like a new project, how much of it is you just fully trusting the team and letting it go, or are you guys being a little bit more hands-on?
It's a good question.
Mm.
Just depends on the stage, really. Like sometimes it's, pre-seed. It's like one guy with an idea, and in that case, we'll try and be pretty hands-on. But in other times, it's the team knows what they're doing. They just need a little bit of capital to like really just like get things moving, get the fire started. So yeah, we try and be sort of just meet the team where they're at.
Yeah.
It really just depends.
That's cool. So there's like a balance of like different types
Yeah,
of projects at different stages.
And we're fortunate to have a broader mandate than traditional venture funds, and we have, as George said before, multiple strategies which we run. So we're able to support projects from pre-seed through to token launch and liveness with our funds, participating in the actual project, providing capital, staking, running infrastructure, anything.
And I know you guys are based in Australia, Sydney, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you guys only kind of look for projects there, or are you worldwide?
Yeah, we're worldwide, open for business, like
Nice.
anywhere really. We probably have done a few deals in Australia recently. Australia has, in my opinion, a bit of an underrated crypto scene, and a lot of really good talent comes out of there. But it's crypto, right? Like it's a global mandate. It's worldwide. So yeah, we're open until 21.
Well, that's probably a good segue to maybe give some final words to anyone watching. Maybe they're sitting there being like, hey, my project needs funding from you guys, from DACM. Like any final words for people out there who are just like in any stage of funding for their projects?
I don't know.
going.
Just keep going. Tell the story.
Yeah.
Tell the story. And yeah, just like keep reaching out to people. It might happen.
And keep coming to events like Redacted, because that's where you really meet people and make the connections and network and get to look someone in the eye
Yeah, it's good
and tell
advice.
people about your project. Well, thank you guys so much for sitting down with me. I'm really glad I got to meet you
problem.
guys and understand it a little bit more. And we will be back with more guests soon.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.